Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages, Jack Gunsky.
January 6th was worse than the Holocaust.
That's right, like 10 times as bad. Moonshock,
Hi.
Terry Diamantis.
I think Jack's right. I mean, no Jews died, so it's automatically worse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
That's a hot take. And this week's, I'm sure, very reluctant special guest, Scribe.
Hello.
How reluctant are you?
I don't know. I'm here.
So,
Oh, is this where we say, got it?
so how have you
I'd
guys
have
been?
to charge copyright on you if you did that.
Oh, sorry.
If the it is a YouTube suspension, then yeah, having me on the stream, you probably would get it.
So it's been a couple weeks due to the holidays. So what do you say we start with our first article?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go with a take that I'm sure everybody's. We're gonna go with a take that I'm sure everybody's heard 100 times before,
Oh, no.
and that is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, our first childhood example of white privilege.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
We're off to an early start.
Okay, now that I love that picture.
I think we should have a caption contest right here, right now for that.
Yes. Yes.
Papa Bear is over there just like, I just wanted to grill.
Picture.
Wait, what? Critical Eye just says that the minions got struck. Is that true?
Yes, it is. We cannot stream for a week on the Minions channel because medical misinformation, according to Google.
Oh, my. Okay. Sorry.
Let me begin by stating, I don't believe that Goldilocks was a little girl, nor do I believe that she was homeless. She was a
Yes, because I'm sure that the author, who was probably Dutch and lived in like 980, was really thinking about the plight of black people.
Oh, my
Go on.
She was a grown, entitled spelled wrong.
Entitled?
Yes,
Yeah.
white woman. But let us entertain the thought that she was in fact a little girl. Where were her parents? When you find them, ask them a few questions for me. Why would they allow their little girl to go outside hungry? Why didn't they teach their little girl any mannerisms? Why would they allow their little girl?
Wait, mannerisms?
That is a word.
Is
They mean
Goldilocks like, yeah, is Goldilocks like just totally still all the time?
Well, yeah.
Why would they allow their little girl to wander in the woods alone? Where were her parents after the bears found her? Goldilocks was in fact a grown woman, and entitled
God.
spelled wrong again,
Oh, my God.
in the same way, who believed that everything was hers for the taking, even if it meant someone else property altogether.
Someone else property. Wow.
Are they aware of one of the original versions of that story? Is that she's almost eaten by the bears at the end, and then her mother comes along to save her?
Obviously not.
Because the whole thing is a lesson about manners and about anyway.
Well, yeah, that's the white privilege. If she was black, she would have been
Yeah.
eaten.
Yeah.
Right.
And the bears would have been polar bears, right?
Don't worry, Scribe, it's all about to make sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll even put a little bow on it too. See what I did there?
This is exactly where the sharing is caring. Give some sugar, get some sugar mentality came from.
They're not Care Bears.
Prepare to stare.
Wait. If you're comparing black people to bears, is this like a tacit admission on your part that black people are extremely violent?
That
No, it just means that they're hairy gay men.
Did he porridge?
Yes.
Let's see. Not once in my days of having brown skin did I receive a knock on my door, nor did I ever feel inclined to knock on anyone else's door for some sugar.
She wasn't looking for shit. Whatever.
Also,
We'll just get Def Leppard to pour it all over her. Should be fine.
I don't think I've ever had a neighbor ask for sugar either.
Yeah, this isn't the fucking what is it, the 1800s or some shit like that. We're like, hey, you got the proverbial cup of sugar I can borrow?
The 1950s Leave It to Beaver mentality.
Yeah, it's like go next door for some sugar, Beaver. Like,
Why would I go next door? Just buy sugar. It's not expensive.
Sugar beaver.
I'm just imagining like a fried beaver that's covered in like a candy coating and some kids eating it on a stick.
Well, I mean, they probably eat it all the time in Canada.
Yeah.
Once she conspires on a plan, she looks for her target. Perfect, the 3 brown bears.
Oh God.
She knew that everyone in the family contributed. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear left every morning and arrived back home at the same time daily. That was one sentence. Not to mention they were brown bears, and she was a helpless white woman. She struck while they were away.
well, if she's a helpless white woman, that sure as hell doesn't sound like white privilege to me. You know, I would have said she's an entitled white woman who is looking to steal some porridge.
This is the prime example of why I know that she was not homeless. She tried every single bowl of porridge until she found one to her liking. Leave a homeless, hungry individual with 3 unattended bowls of porridge. Keep in mind, porridge was all of the rave back then.
Oh my God. Wow. So, Scribe, is your sense of grammar completely spurging out right about now?
Don't
I spent 4 years reading Chris Saliza. my brain has scar tissue covering it.
Yeah.
don't worry. It's all about to make sense.
Anytime someone went to a rave, they brought porridge.
Yeah.
That's the food of choice.
What else do you eat at a rave?
I can guarantee that no matter the taste nor temperature, they'll all be gone. This woman had the audacity to scream out, "This is too hot." This part always stood out to me as a child, and now in my adulthood, I understand why.
Oh God.
She had to have been suffering from some form of genetic mutated mental illness to believe that all 3 bowls were made for her and then get mad when they weren't prepared correctly. How delusional. Oh, this sentence sums up the article. How delusional can someone be?
Oh, there you go. See? So apparently, according to our writer here, or our author here, every single one of those bowls was perfectly set, yet they were not good enough for her. Therefore, it's all her fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more just how dare she steal someone else's porridge and then complain that it's not good enough.
White privilege, the belief that you are superior to all other forms of living and non-living things.
Non-living thing? What?
I'm just gonna say I am superior to non-living
Yeah.
things.
Well,
I don't
Yeah,
think I don't think it's controversial to say you're superior to inanimate objects.
I am
Better than a chair.
I am in a room that has a black table and chairs. I am better than that fucking black table and chairs. I am better than them. God damn it.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
well,
you're
my
white?
table's brown, so
I am better than this lamp.
This
I
mic
think
is my
Steve Carell
bitch.
loves lamp.
I didn't know there was living privilege.
Neither did we.
Animate privilege.
Let's see. This is the start of a new sentence. Can be medically diagnosed by licensed psychiatrists or observed by any available civilian.
Fragment much?
Yeah. Treat.
I'll accept your licensing when you're able to spell words correctly.
Oh, and psychiatrist is a capital P, like a capital B in black. Psychiatrist is now a race.
Yeah. Treatment includes immersing the patient within a foreign country with no communication to their domestics.
What?
That, this treatment is lifelong as there is no cure for white privilege. Side effects can include, but are not limited to, loss of identity, immense friendliness with animals, taking of one's own life, and the possible belief that we are all equal and possess the same opportunity to life and abundance regardless of culture or ethnicity.
Well, depends on what country you're in.
Goldilocks so satisfied with her meal. That's the sentence.
What?
Did you pick this specifically for Scribe? And it's
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't.
it's even better then.
She gets tired. Everybody knows the feeling of fooditis. When you've eaten something so good and satisfying, the only thing you can do next is sleep. She goes into the living room as any typical person would to relax or watch TV in the presence of their own home.
Okay, what's the point of that sentence? Holy shit.
This woman sits in every single chair. To her surprise, when she finally gets settled, the chair breaks. Now she's breaking shit.
Oh my god. She didn't break any of them. She didn't like them because they were uncomfortable, except for Baby Bear's chair.
She doesn't miss a fucking beat.
Well, now she's a DJ? Did this turntable spin too fast? This turntable spin too slow?
She decides, well, I'll just sleep in their beds. Again, she lays down in every single bed. I guess to get the full fucking experience at this point.
No. That sentence read the full fucking experience, not the full fucking. Because now she's going to say, this bear's penis was too long, this bear's penis was too short.
Now that's the porn version, Goldie Cox.
And please don't tell me that Baby Bear's penis was just right, because that is concerning.
Goldie Cox. The three bears part could stay the same.
She finds the perfect bed and climbs in with her goddamn clothes and shoes on, then proceeds to go to sleep without a fucking care in the world. What a fucking bitch.
Holy shit.
I feel like this person is overanalyzing the story.
A tiny bit.
Overanalyzing and perhaps getting a little too emotionally invested.
A little bit.
Here come the three bears, while this bitch is resting peacefully in a bed that's not hers. A disgrace. Poor fucking Baby Bear. She ate all of his porridge, broke his chair, and then decided to sleep in his bed with her clothes and shoes on.
With her clothes and shoes. Why is that a relevant detail?
She's hung up on the clothes and shoes.
No kidding.
Is that even mentioned in the story?
I don't think so.
She probably saw a picture of it, and it was late. And of course, it's not like, a children's book is going to feature Goldilocks stripping down.
I don't know. Fairy tales were kind of messed up back then. I genuinely feel bad for the little man. He probably is traumatized. Might even feel targeted his entire life. Poor guy. I hope he gets therapy if he needs it.
I think it's not Baby Bear that needs the therapy.
No.
Yeah, maybe not. I assume the bitch heard their deep voices or heavy footsteps. She wakes up and screams for help. Imagine that. Someone breaks into your house, breaks your shit, sleeps in your beds, eats your food, and then has the nerve to scream for fucking help.
God.
I'm begging for...
Yeah, she should have just gotten eaten like a good little bitch. She should have just took it.
Well, in the porn version, she does get eaten, so it's okay.
Yeah. I'm begging for a rewrite. That bitch should have never seen the light of day. White privilege, though.
If you eat someone else's porridge, you deserve to be eaten.
No, it's the wearing shoes
Wow.
in bed. That's the
Yeah,
Yeah, clearly.
true sign of evil.
Goldilocks was originally published in 1837. You're not telling me that this is ironic. Slavery was abolished in 1865. Just a thought.
Uh-huh.
How you doing, Scribe?
I don't even know what to add. I just this is some like teenager's blog post and
Don't worry, it's all about to make sense.
But the article's over.
I think we need to see the author's name so Moonshock can find the photo. For
Oh,
our chat.
please.
Ariel BW.
Ariel, Ariel.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, she says that, it was written in 1837 and slavery was abolished in 1865, except it's a British story where slavery had already been abolished when this was written.
No. The US is the only country in the world.
Yeah.
Ariel BW. Let me find this. Let me try to find this person. It's not the easiest one to find. Ariel about. She has no picture. Oh no, that's Ariel. Hold on a second. Go ahead. Let's go on to the next one, and or let's do the first game, and I'll find this person.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that, of course, is Sad Libs.
Huzzah!
The game where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out one word, and you guys have to fill in that one word Mad Libs style. And then the audience will vote on which one is best.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
What?
You fucker of mothers.
What? I don't.
You,
what? I
you
don't get it.
unbelievable turd.
Passive transitive conjunction.
What?
You shitbag.
What? I don't know what the problem is.
I will eat your family, motherfucker.
All right, so Jack, I need.
So just give me a fucking example, won't you?
Oh, all right. It's really just a living thing.
Yeah, that's mine.
What is it really?
A living thing.
It's a living thing? Okay, I don't know. I'm so in a tizzy. I think you'll have to come back to me.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's a real part of speech. I just made that up.
It's probably not, you motherfucker.
All right, well, Moon, I need a living thing from you also.
It's a living thing.
I was waiting for Jack to say that.
Yeah.
Let's go with porcupine.
All right.
Wow.
I got one.
All right.
Fatties.
What?
Fatties.
Well, it's not plural, so it'd just be fatty.
Oh, fatty.
Wow, this Ariel BW person is harder to reach than the president.
All right, and Terry, I need an adjective.
I'll go following the lead from the previous article and go delusional.
All right, and,
Someone is delusional on the corner.
and Scribe, I need a specific person.
a specific person.
Do Stacey Abrams. No.
So like an actual like person's name kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Bill Cosby.
Why not? All right.
See, now I'm curious.
So let's see. Jax is...
Holy shit.
My senile father is cheating on my mom with a fatty who nearly burnt our house down.
Nicely done.
And let's see, Moonshocks. My date turned out to be a transgender porcupine. Here's my story.
That's bad.
And Terry's. Asian and delusional Americans should be natural allies. All right. And Scribe. In Biden's January 6th address, Bill Cosby wasn't named once.
Hey, it's accurate.
Yeah, it is.
All right. And I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to make
I
a
gotta go
poll.
with Gunsky.
Yeah.
Gonna make a poll in the chat real quick so the chat can vote on it.
Oh, and I found a picture of our author.
There you go.
So.
Oh God, we got the bots. You know, YouTube can do all sorts of incredible shit with their algorithms to destroy people like us, but they can't seem to get rid of fucking bots.
Okay, and I just put a link in chat to the author of our last article. So, yeah.
I get it. Sorry, that page is missing when I click on it.
Oh, really? Aw.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get it going again.
All right, polls up.
Oh, it says unable to process image. Motherfucker. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get rid of that first then.
Yeah, looks like Moon's in the lead so far with Jack in second.
Okay, how about that one? This is just her page itself. So there's the picture of her.
I voted for Terry's because I think that delusional Americans should become a thing.
Yeah, you know, when I see that picture of her, I think she's got a gigantic goddamn head on top of that little tiny neck of hers.
Like,
That is not an attractive one.
are we talking like Ellen Page head or like?
Ellen Page has the forehead. She's got the bonk forehead, so.
Wow, Jack and Moon are tied.
Well, I didn't vote because I didn't think we were meant to, so I don't know how to get the poll back.
Well, apparently people like transgender porcupines. Didn't you know that?
Yep.
If I get a vote, I'm voting for Jack. So if that's the tiebreaker you need, then
All right. Jack wins with
All
his
right.
fatty.
All right, well, we'll call Jack the winner then. So, congratulations, Jack.
Will says not as ugly as I expected, but dark enough.
Oh no!
to
Wait!
match the article.
Moon pulled ahead at the last second.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh, in that case, suck it, Jack. All right, and now it's time for our second article. 5 sexist compliments to women that need to die.
What?
nice.
Holy shit.
Which women need to die?
Okay, so this
No,
is
the compliments need to. be.
GG love.
Yeah,
Don't
don't.
That
find this
is a-
person.
That is an ambiguously phrased headline.
Yeah, as Scribe pointed out, it sounds like you're talking about women that need to die.
Yes.
I'm going to guess that the first woman who needs to die is whoever wrote this article
GG love.
In Minecraft.
in Minecraft.
What the hell?
And also in real life.
Wow. Okay, so before we go any further, the link of something else, like it's called @author_GG_love, and it says pre-order her brutal tight end on Amazon, her filthy linebacker on Amazon, her holiday hookup on Amazon, her my medium publication kiss and tell, and my smutty TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no picture of her, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine.
Sexist compliment number 1. You're pretty. This
Probably not
suggests,
clear.
this suggests that other women aren't pretty.
Sexism can be pretty subtle. Sometimes it isn't even all that sinister. It occasionally looks like a compliment. But sexism wrapped in a compliment is still sexism. So here are 5 different sexist fake compliments that need to die. It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
So
It doesn't matter
so
if you mean well. What?
I propose that we take a guess as to why each of these compliments is offensive to them.
Oh, it's pretty obvious.
Okay.
Let's see.
You look so skinny today.
The meaning doesn't matter. The receiving of the comment is what counts. Let's dissect these comments, okay?
Microaggressions.
Hmm.
So, you look so skinny today.
Who the fuck says that?
No one.
I don't know.
No one. No one has ever said that. And I can guarantee you, no one has ever said that to this author. I'm
Hey, Jack.
willing to take a guess
I-
that the author is a fatty.
It sounds like
No,
something
I
like
think
it sounds
what
like something that
happened
one
is-
girl would say to another girl as kind of like a weird compliment. It's like, "Oh my gosh, you look so thin today," or something like that.
No, I think what happened is everyone that this compliment was said to deserved to die and has. So now there's no one left to say it to.
Yeah, the
Jack, you look so skinny today.
yeah, the people who say you look so skinny today are the same ones that say boys will be boys.
Oh yeah.
This comment, when phrased this way, is usually woman to woman. But there are versions that come from men. You look so good. Have you lost weight? You look so
What
healthy.
is wrong with that? What is wrong with
It's
that?
fat shaming, Jack.
How dare I suggest that? Guess what? If you're looking to lose weight, you're not in some sort of minority. A lot of people are looking to lose weight. Suggesting that someone might have wanted to lose weight is not calling them fat. It's just a general thing.
Yeah.
Hell, I've been asked if I've lost weight.
I'm sorry you had to experience that, Frosted.
Yeah. It still haunts me to this
Frosted,
day.
will you be okay? Do you need help?
Do you need an intervention?
Let's see.
Just ex-
You look so healthy. Are you on a diet? These phrases are freaking killer. As someone with an eating disorder, I'm begging you, please, please, please stop.
Who called it? Who called it that she's a fatty?
Well, we don't know in which
What?
direction the eating disorder is in.
Yeah, I was gonna say her eating disorder.
Come
She
on.
eats too much.
We all know what this is. This is some Tess Holiday looking bitch who claims they have an eating disorder and can't stop stuffing their face. And when they stop stuffing their face for 5 minutes, they call it anorexia.
I was gonna say, I hope she's got a shirt that says "I beat anorexia" in a size extra, 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 extra large.
Oh, and thanks for the offer, Johnny Hellcat, of the blanket. But no offense, but I'm not taking a blanket from you. I think you'll understand why.
It's the small people of color or the small pox
Yeah.
that are so offensive about blankets.
Let's see. Please stop commenting on fluctuations in body weight. Skinny is not the ideal that we have been trained to believe it is.
Yes, it is.
Skinny could point to an eating disorder. Skinny does not equate to health. Also,
Yes, it does.
when's
It equates to health insofar that being tremendously overweight equates to a lack of health.
But I will say skinny has connotations of being excessively thin. So I would not have a problem with saying skinny is not the ideal. I would say,
But that's not what this author means. They're
no, I know.
conflating healthy weight with like way too skinny, anorexia. You can see her bones.
Also, when's the last time you heard someone use the word skinny as a compliment for a man? Time to ditch this one, people.
Frosted just said so. Wait, Frosted? Does this mean that you're actually a woman?
Are you only just finding out now, Jack?
I didn't want to have to tell you.
Are you
secret
Frosted
is that?
trans?
No, it's frosted lass. The G is just a free lass.
Frosted, I now find you 100% more attractive.
Well, everybody finds me attractive, so. All right, and the next one. I love that you're not like other girls.
How
Yeah.
dare you suggest that someone is unique?
All right, so why do you think this one's offensive?
I have no idea. It's so
Okay.
benign.
I love that you're not like other girls is probably saying that most girls are not good and you are the sole exception. You're good for a girl. You're not like those other terrible women that is all of them.
I love that you're not like other girls. You have a penis. Ugh, this one is truly cringeworthy. When I hear this one, I immediately picture a cheesy 90s rom-com. But guys still use this line as if it's a compliment. Should we be happy that we are not like other girls? And how
Yes.
and how exactly are you classifying an entire gender? Because in my experience, women are completely complex and diverse and unique.
So they're more like Latinos and not like black people.
So what you're saying is that you are like other girls in that you're vapid and annoying.
No,
Just
they've got diversity of thought, so they're more like Latinos and they're not like black people. We have
I mean,
Biden's authority on that one.
yeah, according to the president.
Just sum it up by saying you're unique, just like everybody else.
So would she consider
You're
it?
all individuals.
Yeah, would she
You're
cons-
all individuals.
Would she consider it a compliment to hear like, "Oh, you're the same as every other girl"?
Yes.
You are exactly the same as every
You-
other human being.
Yeah,
You are completely unremarkable.
I love that you're a carbon copy of that bitch over there.
Wow, you're just like my last girlfriend.
You look exactly like my mother.
Plus, why would I not want to be like other women? I can name over 100 women that I would love to be like. It's not.
So you're saying that if you are not like other people that you know, that is a problem?
Yes.
What? That is like the most vapid thing I've ever heard. That is so incredibly shallow.
It's not a compliment to use other women as a negative comparison. It's an insult. All right.
Is it though?
And the next one. You are so cute when you're mad.
Oh, God. He's so cute when you're mad. Shut up. Bam. Okay.
This is infuriating. When I am angry and trying to explain my anger, the last thing that I want to be described as is cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I will grant this one. That is a fairly dismissive thing to say. Like,
it's a dismissive thing, but it's also said to diffuse a situation.
Mm.
It's said to diffuse someone's anger, and this person is about to get angry because she wanted to be angry, and this person is trying to diffuse her angry situation.
No, it's condescending. It all depends on the context and of the conversation, but it is inherently condescending. I mean, I can at least agree that it could be an annoying thing depending on what the situation is. If you're trying to not take someone seriously.
Oh, it's totally annoying. I can appreciate that, but I can also appreciate that it's not really said for the purpose of complimenting someone.
Also, like
no.
Also, it's probably used most often when it's like a minor thing that they're mad about. Like, I doubt it's like, I doubt it's like, oh, my family just got murdered. Oh, you're so cute when you're mad. When you call a woman cute when she is angry, you are disregarding her anger. You are belittling her to a pretty little doll who is trying to emote, rather than an adult entitled to her feelings.
No.
So I was right.
Screw you and your cuteness. We are women who are pissed. There's nothing cute about that.
I am woman, hear me roar!
All right, and the next one. You would make such a good wife and or mother.
What's wrong with that?
I think Mr. Hugh in chat has the perfect compliment. You don't sweat much for a fat bird.
I don't sweat. I rain.
When they hear that, they're just like, "Take me now."
Yeah.
This is not the compliment that you think it is. For starters, just because a woman is demonstrating a nurturing quality or some other indication that qualifies her as wife or mother to you, it does not mean you have any clue what she wants. Not all women want to be wives or mothers. You should not make assumptions like this.
No, they're not making an assumption like that. They're identifying qualities in you that lend themselves to those particular statuses.
No, it's saying that she has to be a wife or mother.
You are essentially saying that to be compared to a wife or mother, if you don't want to be a wife or mother, is an inherently bad thing. And that's nonsensical.
You know, I like what Johnny says. Have you lost weight? My floors don't creak as much. Oh wait, that one's wrong. Oh, it's horrible. Like, are you calling me fat? No, maybe.
No, I'm saying you're not fat anymore.
Yeah, see.
I wish you'd pay attention. Get the fat out of your ears.
Or on the other side of the coin, maybe she does want to be a wife and or mother, and there are obstacles in the way preventing that. Infertility, a recent painful breakup.
Oh God.
What's that got to do with anything?
It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
What the hell is that? Is there a bird outside, Terry, or something?
No, yeah, there's birds outside. There's always birds
Okay.
outside.
All right, so tell her you would make a good mother, assuming you're not barren. Is that better?
So what you're saying is that if you want to be something, and I say that you reflect the qualities of that thing, but there is something that I have no idea about that's getting in the way, that makes me some sort of bad person.
Okay, I gotta say this. Will says, "I'm not calling you fat. I'm saying your shirt has gone down 2 tent sizes."
In any case, this comment can do way more harm than good.
Stop.
All right, next
Sorry,
one.
my dog is whining.
The next one. You are the total package.
Oh, because
Oh
that's
my-
a dick joke.
God,
Oh
yeah.
my god, that is the most innocuous thing I've ever. The total package means you possess all of the qualities that I like in a human being.
I still think you're calling them a penis.
What on earth is offensive about that? There's nothing offensive about that. You're not presuming that they want to be anything. You're not even presuming that they want you to be like your husband or some shit or wife or whatever.
Jack is clearly not sensitive enough to fully appreciate the terror that is that compliment. So
You know-
I think Frosted should explain to us through the article why it is so offensive.
Thank you, Terry.
This is just another case where a person hears hears offense in literally everything. Literally everything.
Well, yeah.
But what kind
You
of
don't get to write on
psychosis-
Medium if you're not offended by everything.
What kind of narcissism exists in this sect of society? It's just totally encompassing that everything should be a personal slight against you because you want to be offended.
You are the total package. What if she has a bad experience with a UPS driver? Again, another seemingly harmless compliment that is more sinister than you believe it to be.
Cut off the second half of that sentence and it's accurate.
You are the total package usually alludes to the fact that a woman is beautiful and smart. It implies a certain element of surprise, as if most women are not both beautiful and smart.
Well, they're not.
Yes, that's correct. You believe it or not, people exist on a bell curve. and not all qualities apply to all people.
But also, there's the fact that if you have an easier life through natural beauty, there's less pressure on you to develop compensatory aspects like intelligence. Uh, I mean, I there's a reason, like even for both genders, if you can coast on your looks, you have less need to develop other aspects of your personality.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
yeah, it's like for men too. I mean, wouldn't you be kind
Yeah,
of surprised
exactly.
if a guy was a bodybuilder and also had like 5 PhDs?
guess what? This
Like Dolph
article
Lundgren.
This
Yeah.
article is
Yeah.
total projection. This author has never had this thing said to her before in her entire life. And the reason that she's getting upset is because it doesn't apply to her and she knows it. And so it's not really a sexist comment towards a woman. It's sexist by proxy because you heard someone else saying it about someone else and not about you.
Well, you know what it might be. Someone saw her naked, said, "You are the total package." Oh no, that's just a roll of fat. Sorry, my mistake.
Again, it's dangerous and a disservice to women to negatively compare them. With this comment, you set the standard for what a woman is, and you elevate one above the rest as an anomaly. It's not good for anyone. Beauty and intelligence.
No, it is simply a descriptor. That is all. Get over yourself. Go get on a treadmill. Do the world a favor and get on a fucking treadmill.
No, but just common sense would tell you if you're in a relationship with someone, surely you want them to think that you are better than everyone else. Like, there's a reason they picked you. They didn't just, you're fine, let's go. It's like, no, there's something about you that drew them to you. It would be weird if they're like, yeah, I'm happy to date you, but there's nothing particularly interesting or special about you. You're just a person. Like, who wants to
People
be in that relationship?
people want to be complimented, and in general it is a healthy thing for a relationship, whether platonic or not, to compliment people. And to suggest that because your compliments aren't universal and meaningless is somehow a negative thing is like I said, it's all projection. It's just you don't have it said about you and you get upset by that because you are content to eat a million Twinkies a day.
Beauty and intelligence are subjective too, and they certainly are not the only two qualities of a woman. I mean, you're the one who brought up beauty and intelligence.
Yeah, you literally just the quote is you are the total package. The
Yeah.
quote is not you are intelligent and beautiful. And it's not even at that is a pretty good descriptor of most of a person's personality. Intelligence in general, I think, describes most of a person's personality.
Think before you compliment. I am not here to tell you that compliments are sexist ploys.
Yes, you are. You absolutely are.
I simply want to challenge the ideas of what a compliment actually is.
Oh, you want to start a conversation, do you, sweetheart? You want to start a conversation? Let's start a conversation about your fat ass.
For example, that is not a compliment. I simply want to challenge the Sometimes we get we get so used to saying these phrases that we forget to question where they came from and why we say them. These are just a few sexist compliments that need to die. There are more out there. We need to pay more attention to what we say. We also need
In
to...
other words, I'm jealous that other people are being complimented and I'm not, so I want everybody to
Correct.
be as miserable as me.
Ding, 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 ding,
Exactly.
ding.
And even if I do get complimented, you're not doing it right.
Yes.
We need to pay more attention to what we say. We also need to speak up when someone compliments us in a way that makes us uncomfortable. It's the only way that we will learn.
I'm curious what this author thinks would be a good compliment that somehow describes a person in a unique way, but doesn't denigrate everybody else by comparison. Because
Uh,
that's what a compliment is. It implicitly says that you are on the positive side of the bell curve.
Why
you
not
You are
just
looking
say?
remarkably adequate today.
Why not just say you're not as big of a bitch as I thought you were?
all right, so let's translate each of these compliments into what she wants. Let's see. You are the total package. You're all right, but you've got a ways to go.
There you go.
You are perfectly average in all areas.
You are remarkably
No, wait,
mediocre.
you can't say that because you can't compare her to other women.
You would make such a good wife and or mother. You could be a
You would
good.
make such a good feminist, and you are also you are terrific at art. And let's bring in the communist
No,
utopia.
no, no. I think the correct compliment is you can't really smell the cat pee.
You could be a good mother if that's what you want, and you're not barren.
Damn.
You are so cute when you're mad. Why are you being a bitch? I love that you're not like other girls. You're just like everybody else.
You're like other girls, but you're not like other girls insofar that I shouldn't be comparing you to other women.
You look so skinny today.
Lose some
Pinata.
weight.
You a pinata. Well, if I hit you with a stick, will you spew candy?
You
Alright.
look happy and healthy.
There, see, now we know how to talk to women.
There you go.
How are you going to run after your kid?
No, you make the kid fat as well, so they can't run either.
Alright. And now, with the end of the second article, comes the second game, which is for the
Yeah,
chat
well-
only, Jack.
Yeah.
You probably won't murder your baby.
And that's the caption contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it. And whichever one we like the best, I'll tweet out after the show. So let's see. Today's photo is the candlelight vigil on the Capitol steps from yesterday.
Oh my god.
You know, I can't think of a group of people that more symbolize the failure in American government than these people here. I mean, think about it. Think about it. The only reason that these people get voted in is because they have so alienated their voter base that the people who vote for them the most don't actually know what they do for a living.
I'm just surprised that they like Ashley Babbitt so much that they're doing a candlelight vigil for her, considering she's the only one who died.
Well, no, they're trying to say police officers, even though there is no substantial connection between the death of a few police officers and the riots.
You're waiting for an Uber too? I don't know why that one's funny, but I find that one very funny.
That's a good one. Oh, and Moonshock tried to make a quote, so he's been timed out.
Okay.
Damn it.
Let's see. We are here to remember Ashley Babbitt. A lot less fire than
that's
the left
hurrah.
caused.
Our one last hurrah before the midterms.
This was not merely some people doing something.
Who wants to try burning down an orphanage after this?
Right. Cannibalistic Wizard is winning.
I don't know. I like the Uber one so far.
American nobility in their natural habitat standing on people's graves. Oh, that's dark as fuck. Candlelight boogaloo. Biden's new Green Deal made us use candles today.
January 6th, take two.
Yeah, must
Man.
have
I'm
been.
surprised.
Must,
I'm surprised no one has gone the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle. Route.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it already smelled like pussy down there.
But did it smell like Gwyneth Paltrow's?
Oh.
I can't believe that the fucking vice president compared last year, January 6th, to both 9/11 and and Pearl Harbor
You
in
can't
the
believe
same
it?
set. No,
Really?
I can believe it. You have a point. I absolutely can believe it, but still,
I mean,
I didn't think she would go so far as fucking Pearl Harbor.
to be fair, she could have been talking about the movies Pearl Harbor and 9/11.
I smell burnt tuna.
I'm just here to pick up some cocaine. Why
Why
candles?
candles?
It's not Texas winter.
I wonder if they're gonna have this same thing again next year.
Where's Biden? Can you find him?
Because they're trying to turn it into like a yearly thing, surely.
I'm sure they're gonna make a huge deal of it in 2024.
Oh yeah.
You know what cracks me up about this picture is that the men in the silhouette in the very front, they almost look like those North Korean soldiers that you see guarding the border.
Okay, this one seems kind of like irrelevant, but I still think it's funny. In memory of all the puss I tore up.
Okay, I like that one.
All right, well, I think I'll call it there. So, what do you guys think is best so far?
I like the Uber one.
I like Red Dirt Runners.
I think I'll go with the Uber one. Terry and Scribe.
I don't know. I like Red Dirt's pretty good.
Ooh, it's a
Yeah,
tie.
Yeah,
I think I still like the orphanage.
well, we have a tie.
Yay.
So what are the two it's between?
The Uber and the Red Dirt one.
Yeah, well, I'll make a poll for chat. Chat can break the poll.
Well,
tie.
I can change my vote because I was voting for something that wasn't in the running. So I'll break the tie if you want.
All right,
Sure, do
so
it.
it's between the Are You Waiting on an Uber 2 and In Memory of All the Puss I Tore Up.
I'll change my vote to the Uber.
Oh,
right.
Willett Forge wins.
All right, well, congrats, Wilt Forge.
Evolved Potato, a tie means I should win.
Well, congratulations, Evolved Potato, as well, then.
Was this Australian rules tie?
All right, well, I'll tweet that out after the show.
Can I type in chat again?
Once your 5 minutes are up.
Hoko suggests another federal holiday called Janteenth.
Oh.
I actually heard that. I actually heard that before. I thought that was clever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for a holiday celebrating the end of slavery, but Juneteenth is the dumbest name for a holiday.
I know it's really fucking dumb.
Like
It is.
it doesn't tell you what we're celebrating, and it doesn't even tell you the day it's on.
No. It tells you the month. It gets that bit. Narrows it down to 30 different days it could be on.
Yeah.
Well, teenth would imply, wouldn't it be on a teen day? Like,
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
So it
It could be.
narrows
It could
it
be
down.
celebrating. It could be celebrating, June 2017, and then hence Juneteenth. Doesn't tell you a specific date necessarily.
Yeah, like right
Let's say-
now, I don't even remember what date it is.
yeah,
19th.
because
The 19th?
Yeah.
No, all right,
it sounds like a holiday a millennial made up.
man. All right.
Like, oh, we don't have a national holiday that we got to create, so we need to feel special. Juneteenth.
All right. Well, on to our next article. Now, Scribe, I hope you didn't think that I didn't have any articles picked out just for you.
You mean the previous ones weren't?
Oh, no. No, the previous ones were our normal fare, you know. So,
No, this article is going to torture you, Scribe, like the previous two did not.
so our third article, Knights of the Old Republic tries to hide its queer horror.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go, boys.
And nobody's allowed to comment except for Scribe.
Oh,
And
Lord.
Moonshock, the name is Nora Blake. If you want to.
Nora Blake, looking her up right now, or him/her/they/whatever.
Yeah.
Star Wars Knights of... Oh, and by the way, a spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played this game. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a BioWare game that tells the story of a ragtag group of allies who join and potentially fall in love with the incredibly charismatic blank slate player character.
Yes.
Together...
Oh my god. Oh god.
I'm guessing she's a lovely woman.
Let me know if that link works, everybody.
Together, the crew of the Ebon Hawk strike out in search of the edge the Republic needs to win their war with the Sith Empire. It's pretty straightforward, until the catch. The player character is actually a former Sith Lord named Revan, whose memory and power are stripped of them just prior to the start of the game. Revan was betrayed by their apprentice, Darth Malak, and left for dead.
Now, just before you continue, in the About Nora Blake, it says, "I'm the trans queer commie that Jack Chick warned you about."
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, and apparently that link did work. So apparently that Jack Chick warned you about. Yeah, this person is that person.
Now, Jack Chick is the guy who wrote all the little religious screeds.
Yeah, the chick tracks.
There's the chick tracks.
Jaeger Pony says Jedi Samwise Gamgee was totally gay for Sith Proto Baggins.
The revelation that your player character used to be a Sith Lord occurs at the end of the second act, after you've explored several planets and gathered a crew of loyal friends. In your first confrontation with the game's antagonist, Darth Malak reveals that the Jedi captured Revan when they were grievously injured. While they mended Revan's body, they opted not to mend their mind. Instead, they planted a new personality and a new set of memories of their own creation, turning Darth Revan, Dark Lord of the Sith, into a loyal Republic soldier.
Or scout or scoundrel. It all depends on which class you're picking.
Yeah. The first time I read about Darth Revan, I was enamored. Here was something completely new in Star Wars. Revan was a fascinating villain with nuance and depth that at the time I wasn't able to see in film characters like Darth Vader.
There really wasn't a whole lot of depth to Revan in the... Okay, well, I mean, a lot of that came out later on in some of the comic books and things about the depth, and then they completely ravaged it by the time they got to the Old Republic MMO, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Revan doesn't even talk.
By design, like as she said, it is a blank slate character. There's not meant to be character development or depth. It's meant to be for you to project yourself onto.
Yeah. It took me a few years to actually think about the implications of Revan's experiences. However, and looking back on this game as a recently realized trans woman, all I can see when I look at Revan is a victim, not a villain. The victim of a fate more grim than Darth Vader's.
On Wikipedia, where they usually have a shitload of information about each character, this person's got like maybe half a page. That about tells you how important this person was in the universe.
I mean, Revan.
Yes.
Right.
It's a nobody. It's like a background character. It's like almost like a story filler kind of character.
Well, the character of Revan prior to having his memory wiped had a very extensive background and history and everything else. He had a whole novel written about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I could go on because I'm just a nerd like that, but
yeah. Well, he's
okay.
like a big figure in the Old Republic era, but he's not.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's not
In the
a big
there's
figure
a
in like the main, Skywalker saga.
in the Legends area, there's a ton, but in
You cut out, Moon.
oh, sorry, in the Legends category, there's a ton of information, but in the canon category, there's like half a page. Done. That's all.
Yeah, the canon thing probably has about 3 seconds where they showed up in Clone Wars or something.
Basically.
They lost their name. Of all the details of Revan's loss, this piece stuck with me the most vividly.
Uh-huh.
Revan was a war hero, known to many in the galaxy for their military expertise. When they went against the wishes of the Jedi Council and took up arms in the Mandalorian Wars, they chose the name Revan for themselves. Likewise, their companion, Alec, took the name Malak. And after the war, when they chased the remnants of the Mandalorians into uncharted space and there fell to the dark side, they kept those names. Even after taking on the title of Darth, cutting off the life they had lived and allegiances they had sworn, they refused to give up their names. Names are very important to me. It took me a long time to find mine, and it's still a constant struggle to get people, even family members, to use it.
No, they didn't keep their names. They changed their names. Revan gave up his real name. We don't even know what it is because he was known as the Revanchist, which is a completely different thing, and he just shortened it down to being called Revan. So, anyway.
It's exactly the same, Scribe.
Yes.
I can't even imagine having my name stolen like Revan's was. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl. It gets worse, as not only does Revan lose their identity, they're given a new one. A new subservient history fabricated by the Jedi to serve as a tool.
Uh-huh. And that's brought up in the game. It's brought up as one of the moral ambiguities of the Jedi's actions. That's a primary point. That's actually a plot decision point for how you might decide to react to the Jedi going forward in the game or elsewise after you have that revelation where Bastila is like, yeah, I lied to you. We deleted your mind. And it's the role-playing game.
They send you to follow in Revan's footsteps to learn what they discovered before the war, hoping your subconscious will steer you true. But
no, they already knew your subconscious was steering you true because you had dreams. This person actually played the game?
No.
The Jedi Council did not expect Revan to show up again. They wanted Revan to be lost amongst the stars, etc. That Revan showed up back at the Jedi Council's like, well, crap, we can't avoid it now. We got to use him for something. And he's having all these memories, and he's got a Force bond with Bastila. I guess this is just the Force leading us in this direction. So they didn't willingly do it. They didn't have any other choice.
Hey, this
You probably got
person,
like a five word synopsis and go.
hey, this person had a trans experience with this game. I think they know more about it than you, Scribe.
How do you have a trans experience with a fucking video game?
Frosted, how do you get guests?
Did you promise Scribe something?
I put bait under a box with a stick holding it up. But Revan was a person. HK-47, your assassin droid party member, recalls at one point that Revan found the phrase meatbag amusing, and so programmed HK to refer to sentients as meatbags. We don't see a lot of characterization when it comes to Revan, so this moment stood out to me.
Where Revan dehumanizes everyone into meatbags. Yeah, I guess that's a real positive.
Revan had a sense of humor. They weren't a monster, and they weren't evil for its own sake.
Okay, you might have made sense there, author, if you'd referenced the fact that Revan told HK-47 to specifically reference Malak as a meatbag because Malak found it annoying. That's the and whatever. Oh, bother.
Wasn't there a Sith called like Darth Nihilus or something like that? The Hungry or the Hunger? Or
Yeah, that
something?
was KOTOR 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the villain for the second one.
Well, one of the three, technically.
Okay.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons it's hard for me to see them as purely a villain. The game...
Because they weren't purely a... For Christ's sakes, they were... That's the whole thing. He was a Jedi, and then he was corrupted in the dark side, and that's why you can pick either path, and you're not technically going against the character's nature, depending on how you decide to look at it. It's all from a certain point of view. Yada, yada, yada. The fuck? God, this is just annoying.
Got him.
I do like how you kind of dovetailed that from a certain point of view, and because that's exactly what they said in the movies too. Good one.
The game, however, doesn't really want you to look at Revan as a victim. Once during the initial reveal, I was given the option to accuse Bastila, the party member responsible for Revan's loss, of using me.
Yes.
I was not, however, allowed to bring up the fact that she helped in erasing Revan's mind, and then proceeded to pretend to be my friend and comrade for months.
Well,
This person really seems to be taking a very personal interest in this.
Yeah.
Well, when you read between the lines of a cookbook, you can write an entire sonnet. It's just fucking stupid.
It really is.
Bastila is the first Jedi you meet, and much of your Jedi training montage early on in the game features the two of you training and learning together, being friends even. But the game didn't want me to think about that.
Oh my god.
Actually, it's not the first Jedi that you meet. The first Jedi you meet is the one that's sacrificing themselves fighting Darth Bandon on the ship you wake up on. And then they die sacrificing themselves to try to save the troops and everything. That's the first Jedi. We never find out that person's name, and you also can't take their lightsaber for some reason. But yeah, anyway.
These are just details.
Yeah, obviously so.
Although I do agree, it does take you too long before you get a lightsaber. There are precious few opportunities for Revan to express the betrayal that I felt would be so appropriate. Losing their memories reset Revan to a neutral moral state, wiping clean the corruption of the dark side from their body. All of a sudden, without choice or remorse, they are redeemed. Imagine the existential horror of realizing that your memory is all that determines who you are. Imagine learning that every last shred of your identity can be torn from you by the people who claim to protect the galaxy.
Yeah, that's in the fucking narrative, for God's sakes. That conflict is in the narrative. It's a turning point in your character. If you haven't been playing one way or the other up to that point, then narratively you could say, oh, hell, the Jedi betrayed me. To hell with them. I'm turning to the dark side. You could do that because it is. The Jedi are not completely good. That's the whole...
I mean, you didn't expect her to read the dialogue choices, did you?
Or understand the arc of the character and everything. It's like you're learning about yourself as you're going through the game. You're learning about your own forgotten history. And then you have to sort of assess, like, you know, what their actions were and what it meant and what you could do, and do you agree with it or don't you? There's this one point where you go on Kashyyyk, right? And you have to get past this particular barrier. And one of the things you have to do is you get analyzed by this computer, a computer that knows you're Revan, but doesn't tell you that you're Revan, and gives you all these tests of moral choices. Like, here's a scenario, and choose this and choose that. And you, as the player, inhabiting the character, choose, conceivably, what you think is the best thing to do. And whether or not you actually conform to how Revan was when he showed up on Kashyyyk, you'll either have a good or a bad time of it. And that sort of gives you a hint as to, you know, what is your characterization and how can you change in the conflict between who you were versus what you can be, etc., and so forth. This person is really trying to make this their own thing, but they failed.
All I heard is that Scribe is transphobic for disagreeing with the author in the article.
Yeah.
Obviously
think-
so. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I
Found
think
out.
I think that Scribe just described like every single article on Medium. This person is trying to take something that has nothing to do with them and no relation at all and make it their own and they're failing because they're a moron.
Well, I for one think
Basically.
the author is stunning and brave. So
Thank you,
Oh.
Frosted.
Yeah.
So I'm glad someone is not transphobic on this stream.
now imagine all of that, knowing that the identity that was stolen took you years to embody, that you fought all your life to find yourself, and then someone else came along and forced you into becoming who they want you to be instead. Revan isn't allowed to think about this. More often, your choices fit into two categories. Either Revan sees this as an opportunity for redemption and a liberation from their past transgressions, or they see this as a brief delay in their journey to gain power and immediately seek to reclaim their mantle as Dark Lord of the Sith.
Yes, that is the very simple binary choice of the game. Honestly, the dark side choices most in the game are basically just being a bully jerkwad for more money or something. It's very simplistic moral choices, but that is it. Yes, congratulations. You've just described the core mechanic of the role-playing game, choosing to do good or ill. Dark side points, light side points. Yippee.
I'm just glad the game is inclusive enough to have transgressions and not just cis ones.
But they're never really allowed to see it as the atrocity it is, much less even approach the idea of processing what would be an immense trauma.
Oh, Christ.
You know, I'm actually surprised that they're not saying that the dark side and light side or the force is a spectrum. You know, there's why be just dark or light? There's got to be many subtle levels, right? There's the gray side of the force, right?
Yeah, where's the where's the true neutral alignment? KOTOR provides the player a decent amount of narrative agency, so long as those choices don't lead too close to an examination of Revan's character.
What? Oh, well, what happens then? Does the game punish you? Does it put an electroshock through you for something if you pick the wrong thing? What the fuck are you talking about? Does it let you? You have like the 4 or 5 choices in front of you in any particular conversation tree, and that's it. What do you mean it's not letting you consider them more deeply? You can do that on your own time.
No, you have to be told by the game to consider it more deeply.
Yeah. There has to be an option in the game that you can click for analyze more deeply.
You need a dialogue option that says maybe we should think about this from a trans perspective.
Or whatever that was hurting my ears.
Yeah, that's
that was me.
That's Terry.
It's all
right next to a
Terry's
racetrack.
fault.
Yeah. Much like Commander Shepard from BioWare's later Mass Effect games, each player has their own Revan and their own characterization. My Revan is a trans woman.
Oh
Of
God.
course it is.
My Revan embraced the dark side not out of cruelty, but out of a desire to declare and revel in her own identity.
By hurting other people and taking advantage of weak people. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds great.
Another example: progressives always side with evil for some reason.
And if I recall correctly, when you choose the dark side ending, like all the Republic fleet is slaughtered.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so it's not cruelty. It's just identity.
And you can make Zalbar kill mission, which is always the most evil thing you can do in that entire game.
If the game allowed for more than 2 endings, my Revan would have struck down the Sith.
In other words, if the game allowed for the ending that you wrote in your head canon.
Yeah.
You
And it
do
was a
strike
gross
down,
oversight not to include it.
you do strike down the Sith. You kill Malik.
There you are with those details again, Scribe.
If you want to strike down the Sith, you can go the Jedi path, and the Sith will be defeated. There you go. But no, you pick the dark side. You want to embrace your identity as Dark Lord. Well, pick one. Either you're going to defeat the Sith or you're joining them. It's very, very Star Wars.
Let's see. But I just can't see how she could ever trust the Jedi or work with them again. I know
Okay. It's like, okay, well, in your head canon, after the game's over with, they decided to reject the Jedi. The end. Go write your there's fanfiction.net. There it is. You can go over there and do that whole thing all by yourself. It's fine.
I know I would never be able to.
I don't care what you want. Go away.
Scribe,
Opinion means nothing to me. Go away.
Scribe, I would pay to listen to you do a TED talk about this fucking article.
No, you're listening to it right now. This person is stupid, and they are not worth paying any attention to.
Oh, Frosted, if you could find an article like this every other fucking week and have Scribe on, oh my god.
I've gone through so much in my own life to claim my name and my identity. I can't imagine losing that. Losing everything I am and everything I fought for.
Well, thankfully, it's fiction. You don't have to worry about it, do you?
It's real to them.
Do you know how many trans people get brainwashed by Jedi, Scribe?
This one.
It's an epidemic.
In the final confrontation with Darth Malak, he says he'd rather die than go through what happened to Revan. For once, I found myself agreeing with him.
Well,
Oh,
good.
Merry
Then
Christmas to
Then
you.
you kill him. Or with the cheat, you can turn him into a dancing Twilight girl, which I'm sure has more trans implications there than you could ask for.
Oh.
Well, I hope you learned something, Scribe.
Oh, I know. This is one of the,
Your hopes are dashed.
this is one of the best articles we've ever had. And the best guest for this article, too.
It's not the article, it's Scribe's reaction to the article. That's cold.
I don't know. I kind of liked Moon's reactions that time we read the Garrett Hedlund article.
Yes.
No, that one was horrible.
Anyway,
As long as there's no articles about Super Seducer, I will never be offended by this stream.
challenge accepted.
Oh no.
All right. Well, with the end of that article comes our last game of the night,
Here we go.
and that is Poe or No Gender Edition,
God save me.
where I'll give you 3 genders from the LGBTIA wiki. 2 of them are from that wiki, and 1 I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up. All right. So, gender A. Gender?
What?
What?
You'll have to look at the screen because I don't know how else to pronounce it.
Is that like a Spanish kind of gender where you're asking a question? Gender?
Gender that can only be explained through the Spanish language.
Bingo!
Gender.
Gender? Or is it K?
Well, no, it doesn't have a question mark at the end, so the inflection must be at the beginning. Gender.
Hmm.
All right. Gender B. Phantom cat gender.
What?
Let's see. Cat gender that is also related to phantoms or similar creatures.
Where the fuck does the cat come in?
So ghost cat, in other words.
And gender C. Pastel parrot gender.
Oh, God.
Xenogender related to parrots of pastel colors.
Okay.
No, that one's too easy.
I'm going to suggest that the first one is real because I don't think that Frosted would go out of his way to get that character to type out.
And
I'm gonna say C.
I'll start the poll in the chat.
I want to say C, but because it looks so goddamn simple, it's probably not C.
I'm going B.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Terry. I'll go with B.
I don't know. It's kind of a kind of a crapshoot as far as I can tell. I'm gonna go C just to be different.
All right, so Jack said C, Terry and Moon said B.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Scribe.
C.
All right. Give the chat a minute or so.
Well, Keeve's got a point. Would it be a past Scribe to say a dog, cat, fox gender?
No.
We'll have to add that one into the wiki ourselves.
Kyler says D, all of the above.
No, Jägerpain's got it right. D is Revan gender.
It looks like B's in the lead with the chat. Yeah, all right. And I'll call it there. So it looks like the chat went for B. All right.
I will be impressed with Frosted if A is the answer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It not because it's the answer is particularly creative, but because getting that character to type out would be fucking annoying.
All right.
You just got to go to the character map. It's that easy.
And the
Nobody
answer
knows a character map.
I do.
and the
Just let him tell us who it is.
and the answer is C is fake.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
Of course it is.
I just Googled that the upside down question mark and then copied it. Now let's take a look at the flags for the other two.
For gender.
So there's the one for gender. And here's the one for
I like that one.
and there's phantom cat gender.
I'm a little bit disappointed that there isn't a pastel parrot flag.
That one's not bad. I like the colors in that one. But the first one is like you got all those pastels in there, and then you got your fucking pastel parrot. Process like, how can I fuck with these guys? The question mark in there. Hey, look, it's pastels.
Yeah. Well, the hardest part of preparing for the stream is always coming up with the fake gender.
Yeah.
Now everybody's typing in upside down question marks. Well, not everybody, but Terry did.
Well, you told us how to. Now
Yes.
we have to test it.
You hold down the Alt key, then hit 0191 on your numeric keypad, and that'll come up with the.
Mine didn't do it, but then again, I probably have to have key mapping enabled or something.
You have to have the numlock key on.
Oh, let me try.
Numlock key on, then hold down the Alt key, and then hit 0191, and then it'll show up.
Where's the numlock key? I don't have a numlock key. This
It's
stinks.
above-
This is total BS.
What kind of a fucking keyboard have you got without a numlock key? What's wrong with you?
It's a razor.
Oh, that
I was so hoping that you were going to go, oh, there it is.
Yeah. Classic sitcom reference.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time for the final article of the night. And this one gotta be kind of careful about.
Oh dear.
This one is called The Coon Next Door, Volume 1.
Oh. Susan, he's
Oh.
talking about cheese. Coon is a brand of cheese down here in Australia. Or it used to be.
Who the fuck is this? 6 zeros? Is that what this guy's name is?
Yeah, 6 zeros.
6 zeros, okay.
Well, it's time we learned how to be anti-racist, so here we go.
Oh no.
Close your eyes and say the word coon. Who immediately
No.
comes to mind? Is it
I'm
Herschel?
not your fucking monkey.
Is it Herschel Walker, Candace Owens, Terry Crews, or some other charlatan belonging to the pantheon of coons?
Oh, wow. They really go there.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, here's
fuck.
here's the summary of 6 zeros. It's basically it's an organization. It's a media platform that caters to Black life, art, and intellect.
Yeah,
How does anyone not like Terry Crews? He's got such a great first name.
You know, isn't Terry Crews one of the people that Me Too was supposed to cover, except they didn't because he's a man?
Yeah, exactly.
all right.
So why don't you shut the fuck up about Terry Crews, you unbelievable piece of shit?
Wasn't he also one of the black guys that thought that all this stupid politically correct stuff was stupid? Or like,
Moonshock. It's got the author's name there, J. Marquez. I don't know if that's the photographer or the author. It might be
I'll look it up. Just give me a moment.
What if I told you that cooning is not some behavior reserved for the most uppity of tea-sipping Negroes?
Oh, fuck
Did
it.
you
I
say
love this
coon?
article.
Wow. this person, man, this one's gonna make me angry. This one's gonna make me angry, man.
What if it was your next-door neighbor, your teacher, the gangster up the block, or even closer, your mom or dad? In this article, we will explore how extreme examples of coonery, e.g. Larry Elder,
Coonery is not a thing. You're just a piece of shit.
Oh, man.
Coonery?
e.g.
Holy shit,
Larry
man.
Elder, provide cover for the coon next door.
Oh my god. So basically, every single black conservative on the planet is a coon. You can't actually come up with any substantive insult towards them. So you just made up this word to totally dismiss them.
No, I think Giovanni Prince in chat has it right. They're just comparing these people to Cartman in his superhero form,
That's right.
as seen in the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
How unbelievably insulting to reduce a human being in that way. You
No.
absolute sack of shit.
No, this guy's an advocate for black lives, Jack. He's helping black
Yeah.
people. To begin, what is cooning? One
Is
an-
that like? Is that when you're like? Is
The
that like
mean-
fishing? You're trying to catch one? Is that what cooning means?
It's a meaningless term so that you're allowed to be racist.
No. I told you it's a brand of cheese, or former brand of cheese.
One answer of note comes by way of Brando Simeo Starkey, who wrote
Let's go, Brando.
a black person who puts on a specific performance for white people, a performance whereby a black person says things or performs acts to ingratiate himself or herself in exchange for the social rewards a white folk can grant. This has served as the unofficial definition within black American parlance and has provided a pathway for us to shine a light on self-serving backstabbers.
Oh yeah, you're criticizing people for no fucking reason other than they don't agree with you, and you're calling them backstabbers. You unbelievable sack of shit. You claim to represent black people, and yet when one of them doesn't fall in line with your little whip slave driver chain.
So Gunsky is a coon sympathizer, is what I'm hearing.
They're not worthy of your level. How unbelievable!
One individual...
Uncle Phil warned us about you, asshole.
No. This goes back to the Biden quote. These aren't Hispanic people that we're talking about. They're black people. They're only allowed to have one thought.
Yeah. I mean, they probably didn't even vote for Biden.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I think I found a Quora page for this guy, and I just put a link in there. You'll have to zoom into the picture, but this is basically the black guy doing an okay sign.
Oh, so he's a white supremacist?
Yeah. Basically, there's an article further down where he has the subconscious coon matrix with a link to 60. So obviously, this is the same J. Marquez.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the Matrix series took an unexpected turn.
And I like that I'm mentioned in the Coon Matrix. That's quite cool.
Terry attacks the person without hesitation.
Yeah.
One individual who exemplifies this definition is Larry Elder, a.k.a. the MVP of modern cooning.
AKA a man that you can't argue against because you have no answers to any of his criticisms. You have nothing on him. So you're just going to give him a blanket insult because you're too stupid to think on your own, asshole.
He's a race traitor, Jack.
You know, all I can think of when this person says cooning is like, that must be one hell of a sport.
Yeah. For decades, he has misused statistics and history to denigrate black Americans, all to the benefit of he and his white paymasters.
Sorry, who's denigrating black Americans again?
But by Larry Elder, of course. Yeah.
Oh.
Unfucking believable.
While he may be rather egregious, we make a grave mistake by presenting him and individuals of his ilk as the faces of coonery. Why?
Oh, he's egregious. Larry Elder is egregious.
Why? Well, if Larry Elder and the like are deemed the faces of coonery, all lesser forms of betrayal become trivialized as they pale in comparison to the actions of an Elder, Owens, or Cruz. By doing this very thing, we have created an air pocket in the shipwreck of black society for individuals who passively promote and reinforce white supremacist doctrine. From here forth, these individuals will be referred to as subconscious coons.
Oh my god.
Before we go
This
into
person sounds like a real self-hater. I mean, he sounds like he hates himself because he's black, yet he can't help but go on some big-ass crusade about how bad white people are because of that.
he only hates the bad blacks, the ones who disagree.
Uncle
Yeah.
Tom's, basically.
Yeah.
How arrogant does a human being have to be to think like that? To think anyone who doesn't agree with me does so because of a fault in their character.
Well, I think there's something wrong with you if you don't agree with me. I agree with all my positions. So if you don't, you're wrong.
Yeah, same here. Before we go into detail, let's define terms.
Oh goody.
I'm defining a few terms in my head right now.
I just want to see if nigger is one of the words they define.
No. Alright, so
Ah.
coon is a black person who betrays black society in hopes to gain benefits and or praise from the dominant group.
Mhm.
And a subconscious coon is a black person who provides white people and their institutions a level of respect, cooperation, and understanding that they are unwilling to provide to their own.
What?
How about this for a definition? Asshole. Definition, you.
Cooning and subconscious cooning are similar in that they both result in the sabotaging and betrayal of black society.
Cooning.
The major difference is that subconscious cooning is rarely transactional and stems from the belief that white people are deserving of respect, cooperation, and understanding, while black people are not.
Nobody but people like you piece of shit, think that way. And people of his ilk. You know, regular white people, we don't care what you do. Do whatever the fuck you want. But you and your people, like you are the ones that do this, not us.
No, if they do what they want, they risk being a coon, you know.
Oh, I know. Or a subconscious coon. Oh my god.
I put that picture up on Twitter where I am described as like the ultimate coon. So
Well, goodbye to your account. Hope it was fun.
but feel free to go check that out if you want to see if you fit the subconscious coon matrix or not.
For the record, Terry, I think you're a perfectly good black man.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Twitter. Enjoy your
You're
Twitter
an
suspension.
outstanding coon.
Thank you, Jeff.
Like incoming suspension in 3, 2, 1.
Well, if you don't report me, I won't get suspended.
Oh, I ain't gonna do shit. I hate Twitters. I stay away from it.
The,
Maybe I
resu-
should tell Eric Idle though, right?
Oh yeah.
the result of subconscious coonery is the substantiation of the white supremacist claim that black people are unruly savages, incapable of self-sustainment and governance.
I wasn't going to be the first to say it.
Yeah.
The subconscious coon works relentlessly to ensure that all black community interactions fall within the guidelines of white supremacist doctrine. Please reference the subconscious cooning matrix to see how race impacts how these individuals behave in common scenarios.
Here we are. This is
Worst
my
Matrix movie ever.
no, this is my
Okay.
claim to fame, Jack. What are you talking about?
Okay, now before we go any further, can we have another sad lib that has a verb in there so someone can just put in coon? Or cooning?
This is my time to shine. This is my claim to fame right here on screen.
So let's see. When verbal and or physical confrontation is required, and the person or establishment is white, Terry shows restraint and care for consequence.
I do.
But if the person or establishment is black, Terry attacks the person without hesitation.
It's the only right thing to do.
You're such a badass, Terry.
It's like
Goddamn.
it's like they're describing a lion in a nature documentary. When inside a store and the price is too expensive, and the person establishment is white, Terry pays full price or returns when he's able to afford the item. He makes no commotion about the ordeal. But if the person establishment is black, Terry haggles the price with the owner and trashes black businesses for being too expensive. He starts recommending people go elsewhere.
Oh my god.
Why do you do that, Terry?
Yeah, why you gotta be
Well,
like
if they're
that?
black, they're clearly inferior, and they shouldn't be charging as much.
When frequenting a nice establishment, and the person or establishment is white, Terry minds the rules, strictly adheres to dress code, and displays to everyone that he can be on his best behavior.
Oh my god.
But if the person or establishment is black, Terry displays lack of regard for rules and wants to be able to partake in degenerate behaviors without consequence.
Well, first of all,
Terry wants to take off his pants.
yeah, that can't possibly be Terry though, because the behavior doesn't have a U in it.
Well, this is the Americans describing me. Like, I'm the coon, but an American is talking about me, so that's why they're spelling things wrong.
Yeah, Terry is a COUN. Let's see. When an individual is conducting a fundraiser for a community project, and the person or establishment is white, Terry looks at them as noble, donates to the cause, and proselytizes effort to others. But if the person or establishment is black, Terry does deep investigation on the individual, scrutinizes their economic status, scrutinizes their motives, and accuses them of scamming.
God damn, that's a lot of effort into one little tiny response.
I'm disappointed in you, Terry.
Yeah.
Well, if black people were more trustworthy, I wouldn't need to check if they were scammers.
As noted in The Matrix, all interactions between the subconscious coon and any other black person became confrontational, tacky, and unproductive. The most devious aspect of the subconscious coon is that their true feelings regarding the black community are only demonstrated when they are triggered by a certain place, activity, etc. You could be friends with a subconscious coon and not be aware until you're in a circumstance like the scenarios in the subconscious coon matrix.
You could know a subconscious coon and not even know it.
This person seems to be in love with that word too.
They just really like cheese, okay?
Yeah. When this transpires, do not brush it to the side. It is your friend showing their true nature and unwillingness to be on code. They are the coon next door.
The coon next door. That's a movie right there. That's a movie title if I ever heard one.
To be continued.
Oh my god. What an article. You always pick the good ones.
Will you be reading the second half of this article, or is that the end of it?
Well, it depends how good the second one is.
Oh, so but I mean, they haven't written the second one yet?
I'm not sure.
I noticed that your account is still under investigation. How many months has it been that way now?
I don't know. It was from the last time Monkey was on.
Oh my god.
Well, I think we've learned a lot about how to be less racist.
Yeah.
I for one, have learned a great deal.
Yeah.
You know who's been suspiciously quiet throughout this whole thing? Scribe.
I don't know what to say about this person. That isn't just self-evident by what they're saying about themselves.
I think it's because
because chocolate rain is now stuck in my head for some reason.
Scribe secretly agrees with the article.
No, I think
Yeah,
what
that's
it
it. My silence is assent. You got me.
Yep.
No, he's intimidated by being in the presence of such an outstanding example of a subconscious coon that he was just intimidated into silence.
Yep. Well, that's all I had for tonight, gentlemen. So I'm going to shill my co-host and guest. Jack Gunsky does nothing for the time being.
Correct.
What a loser.
I know. Shut up.
Hey, at least he's not a race traitor, Terry.
Yeah, Terry.
But I'm sure at some point he'll bring back Quippers United.
He will at some point.
Yeah.
Hiatus, not canceled.
In 2025.
Cancelled.
And let's see, Terry is on. He's
You
on.
skipped me.
Oh right. Moonshock. Moonshock has his Twitch channel where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer. Linked in the description.
Thank you.
Let's see. Terry is on Johnny Hellcat streams. He's on Six of Sober streams. He's on One Ton Hammers and Della Hazed Minions of the Zoo streams.
When I'm not getting the entire channel taken down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was that you that did it?
No, well, it was Hammer, but I was on the stream when I was on the stream that caused the channel to get in trouble. I think it was Hammer's conversation topic, but you know, I was part of it. So yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
did it end like mid?
No. So Hammer ended the stream, and then I was surprised that Johnny was doing minions on his own channel, and like I didn't even notice it was on the wrong channel until I was told. But yeah, apparently medical misinformation is the reason that Minions of the Zoo cannot stream for a week.
Jen
Yeah.
says we talked about ninja masks.
Did I get everything, Terry?
Yes.
All right. Anything you want to shill, Scribe?
Let's see. I'll be doing my Sunday stream Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then Monday, Drunkle's invited me to guest on the AAA stream, which is 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. And I believe if he's the one inviting me, it must be on Drunkle's channel. I don't have their schedule memorized. So, and other than that, if you haven't already and you're able to, throw Weibo Jones a couple of bucks to help out with her medical bills.
Okay, I gotta know what I heard about the dog attack, but did it disfigure her or something? What's the
Tore her lip up.
It tore her lip in half, her upper
yeah,
lip, and so
She's got photos on her Twitter if you want to
Yeah.
check it out. It's the first one before the stitching is pretty gruesome, but
Oh,
after she's been stitched up, it still looks pretty nasty.
yeah, she'll have a scar, but I think she'll heal up just fine.
what kind of dog was it?
I don't know.
Pitbull.
Oh, yep.
If anyone wants to post the link to her does she have a GoFundMe or?
Yes, she does. I don't have the link, but I think Rhino RYNO on Twitter is running that. So,
But what I don't get is like, shouldn't the owner of the dog be paying for it?
Yeah.
Well, that's still being figured out, and I've talked to Weibo directly about it, but it's not mine to talk about. But yeah, it may or may not be the case that she'll be
Even
getting
I
some
found
help
it.
from the owner. Yeah,
Jesus. I thought that she doesn't have any health insurance at all, huh?
I couldn't say.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
Keith already posted it.
All right. Yeah. So Keith just posted the link. So if anyone is able to contribute,
Oh my god.
then
Yeah, that picture sucks.
then you're encouraged to.
Yeah.
It's yeah, that picture is after she's been stitched up. So you can imagine before the stitching, that was really, really like gruesome.
She's a little over halfway there, so donate what you can, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week, same time, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
So long.
Bye.